Okay, so today we are going to be graphing our equations. So our first example, we have y equals 1/4 x plus 1. So the first thing I am going to do, I am going to determine what my rise over run is, my slope, my y-intercept, and if my line is positive or negative. So I know my equation comes in the format of y equals mx plus b. I know m is my slope and b is my y-intercept. So my slope in this situation is 1/4 and my y-intercept is 1. Okay. My rise over run is my slope. So my rise over run is 1/4. Okay. The slope of the line determines if the line is positive or negative. And so the slope of this line is positive. So my line is positive. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to locate my y-intercept and I am going to plot that point in red. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in a little bit for you. I'm going to write the equation over to the side just so we can keep referring back to it so you can see it. So my y-intercept is 1. So I'm going to plot that point. From that point, I am then going to do my rise over run. Okay. So my rise is 1, so I go up 1, and then I go over 4 for my run. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's my next point. Go up 1 over 4. That's my next point. So I have my points on my graph, and the next thing I am going to do, I am going to draw my line. I'm going to draw my line in black, and I want you to draw your line in black. And you can see we have our line. So even if I went down 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's kind of where my line should be, so on and so forth. So now you know how to draw a line given an equation. Our equation was y equals 1/4 x plus 1. We start with our y-intercept, and then you proceed with your rise over run. Now, let's take a look at example 2. Example 2, our equation is negative 3x minus 2. So first my slope is negative 3. My y-intercept is negative 2. Since my slope is negative, my line is negative. And just a reminder, our positive lines look like this. Our negative lines look like this, undefined and 0. Can't forget about slope, man. So we know our line needs to go in this direction. Now I have a whole number and I need to figure out what my rise over run is. Okay, so my rise with a whole number will be, my numerator will be that whole number, and then the denominator will be 1. Okay, so my rise is negative 3, my run is 1. So now that I have that information, I am going to go ahead and plot my points. So remember, we have y equals negative 3x minus 2. So I am going to find my y-intercept and plot that. My y-intercept is negative 2. Now, just a reminder, we know our line needs to go in this direction because it is negative, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go down 3, because that's my rise. Go down 1, 2, 3, over 1. That's my new point. Down 3, 1, 2, 3, over 1. Even to go backwards, go up 3, over 1. Okay? Up 3. So 1, 2, over 1. Okay? Now I am going to draw my line. In black. That is how you graph a line given an equation. So now you are going to go ahead and graph some equations. Make sure your y-intercept is red, your rise over run is blue, and your line is black.